careful with her. She's got a mind of her own.
Yes, sir.
That's right, me too. That's right, me too. Thank you.
Can I help you?
Believe you already have.
RGX. Hello, my name is George Flanagan. I was the producer, editor, special effects, and assistant director to the RGX commercial you just watched. Once you're in your group, you have to brainstorm, come up with multiple ideas, and then present them to the client. Once the client gives the okay, then you can proceed with doing a proposal. Your proposal will consist of many parts presenting this piece to a client. First is the program objective. What are you trying to inform the client about? Next is target audience. Who is your target audience? Think about that. The channel is how will you deliver this program. The treatment is the idea. The production method gives you an idea of what types of equipment you will need to produce this product. Once the proposal is bought off, you will have to write a script. Keep in mind this script will be revised many times before your production shoot. Once the script is written, then you need to review your budget. How much will it cost to make the script happen? Once you are given a budget, then you can start writing out your shot list. After completing your shot list, now you can write out your call sheets and your daily schedule for production shoot. We use images from the internet and Photoshop to create our quick storyboards. The next thing to do would be to get your crew list together, which would be your director, your cinematographer, your talent. This is a tedious process, but it's well worth it in the end to get the right people for the job. Once you have your crew together, you guys can choose what equipment will be needed, whether it's cameras, lighting, dollies, jibs, etc. I highly recommend that you make a solid model release form. You never know where the project will end up, and you want to have the rights to use everybody's name and likeness. I also recommend a liability release form for your locations. A lot of times students don't have insurance and the property owners don't want to be sued, and so by having everybody sign this, it protects you and them. So last but not least is your production schedule. You will need this to follow the steps in getting ready for your shoot. Meetings, any revisions in the script, any equipment problems. It will help prevent any incidents while you're on set. Once you've found your locations, I definitely recommend holding onto those maps that you used to find them because you will need them later for your crew. While you're on location, it's definitely a good idea to do a really quick floor sketch to get a basic idea of where you're working. And I highly recommend getting a power sketch in there too to find out where your power sources are for your gaffer. I also highly recommend taking pictures of where you're going to be shooting and possibilities of options to shoot. I did this with my cellular phone camera. This was a map of the outside of the house we were using in Mountain View. We were very fortunate to get this place to shoot. It was a very beautiful site. Incredible patio outside, as you could tell. And by having these pictures, it really helped us decide which way we were going to shoot and what camera angles. And of course, I had to take a shot of the Mercedes. So here we are at our location in Cupertino, California. In the bottom right-hand corner of the screen is the actual shot footage that we used for the commercial.
Oh, well, we can... It's not in frame up here?
These behind-the-scenes footage here helps us see how the cinematographer works with the actor, how the director works with the actor, how anybody who is in the room at the particular time has to work together in such a small area. It was very hot upstairs, and what we try to do is work our way from the inside of the house to the outside of the house.
So that'll be your eye line. That's the guy in your house.
You always want to do wilds to get close-up sounds. When you're shooting, the door sounds further away because you're trying to get the audio for the gentleman speaking his lines. So what we did is we go back through and we did wilds on every single thing that we moved, or loud claps, or as you can see here, the spraying of the can to make sure we got the sprays right so it sounded correctly when we go to post-edit. Here's where we were shooting the hallway scene. We had to get everybody together and make sure we got everybody out of the house so we could focus. We had decided to drop the staircase scene. It really didn't establish where our character was within the house. We can take like a 5-minute break. We gotta close the doors. Inside and out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Chris, how's it sound? We get everything cleaned up and out of here and ready to go. Have them eat the food here, and we can go set up at the next location, and then they'll bring their food and everything and get lunch set up for us this time. Forming a solid crew is the best way to get your shoot off the ground. Without a good crew, you're a one-man band, and it's virtually impossible to shoot that all by yourself. You'll see this once in a while in LA, I'm sure, is a caravan of vehicles going from one location to the other. I think we had about 14 or 15 vehicles traveling from Cupertino to Mountain View. It was quite a sight. Well, when we got to our second location, we had to set up Grip City again. This is quite another task, trying to make sure everything's organized so we don't lose anything while we're on a shoot. Now we actually got to set up our props, get the fountains together, get all the special stuff that we needed to make this really look like a party was going on. We also needed to move a couple things around and reorganize, and we had to take pictures to mark where everything is so we don't forget. Of course, you got to set up your special lighting since you're shooting outside. I don't know, my mom said, we can put whatever in there, but she said... The fountains came out really beautiful, as you could tell. They really worked well in the shoot, so you can see them in the background if you look closely. The hardest part of any shoot is getting extras and getting people there who will work for free. So at times you got to use your crew members to fill in to make your scene look complete. Everybody did a great job dressing up and looked really nice. This is where we shot the party scene down in your right-hand corner of your screen. It took a lot to get this done. We did multiple angles, multiple takes, not too many shots on each one. Everybody pretty much knew their role. Chris did a great job on directing the girls and getting them to look the way we needed to. Surprisingly enough, all the pre-production paid off, getting that area set up and shooting those shots. And of course, we had to do the outdoor wilds. What we did was we got everybody to be totally quiet and record the fountain sounds. Then what we did is we got everybody to talk all at once about anything and everything. And then what I did was I duplicated it over in post and slid them apart so they were offset, so it sounded like there was a huge crowd there. Our actor actually wasn't allowed to drive the Mercedes-Benz, and so what we did was we shot him getting out of the car and walking around from the car, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner. So here we are at the car chase scene. It turned out really, really good considering that we only went 15 to 10 miles an hour in the cars. Chris did a great job on organizing the drivers to get his vision and to make it actually look like we were going really, really fast. It was sped up in post, did some frame blending and some blurring to give it that realistic touch, and then did some audio sound effects, of course, to hear the gear changing and the downshifting. We decided to shoot the car chase scene later on in the evening so we could get the proper lighting off the houses and make it look really nice, and we wouldn't get too many glares off the cars. I think the footage came out incredibly awesome. The script originally called for a guy jumping out of a plane, and so we came up with something else that would be less expensive.
She's my private.
Alright, bye guys. See you later.
Bye. See you guys on campus.
Right.
Anytime you shoot a car chase scene, you have to watch out for cross traffic. You're supposed to get permits. You're supposed to go through all these certain things. When you guerrilla style it, you have to take what you can get and make the best out of it in post. In the end, you really hope that all your pre-production really paid off. Hopefully you got all the shots and the takes, the wilds that you needed to put this thing in post and turn it into something magical. I personally would like to thank everybody that worked on the RGX commercial. Everybody did a great job. I look forward to working with everybody again. Until next time, quiet on the set.